Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So with Season of the Deep, Season 21, Malfeasance, the exotic primary weapon, the exotic hand cannon, got a catalyst. The catalyst is Vorpal weapon. So you all know that Vorpal is really good, but it's even better than what you think here on Malfeasance because there is already a lot of things that can buff Malfeasance. Here Vorpal will take all of that and multiply it by 1.2 because Vorpal is a 20% damage increase for primary weapons against bosses, champions, vehicles, and guardians with their supers active. The 20% buff will stack with everything that can buff Malfeasance. You all know that Malfeasance does extra damage to taken enemies. You all know that Malfeasance does extra damage to Wither Horded enemies, aka Blighted enemies. You all know that Malfeasance will go crazy with the Lucky Pant combo. You all know that Malfeasance gets damage from Surge mods. So in this video I'll show you how to dish out almost 1,000,000 damage with one single clip of this exotic primary hand cannon right here, right now. And it's very easily achievable. You guys will see that it's very easy. I have the damage numbers and everything will be clear once this video is done. So first of all, about the catalyst, how do you get it? You just play ritual activities, or I don't know how you call them, Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard. For me personally, I was playing Crucible, Competitive, and Rumble. I reset my rank twice and I got the Malfeasance Catalyst upon the second reset in a Rumble match. I went ahead to Chirochi to kill some ads, some thralls, and get the Catalyst done. I got it to like 90%. I almost lost my mind, so I went to do some Vanguard activities and I got the Catalyst done in the second strike. So after getting the Catalyst done, I went ahead and DPS tested it. I did some testing to confirm the stacking of Vorpal weapon, if it's stacking properly. So you guys will see that the damage numbers are juicy. So this is the notepad I made. So the first test right here was to confirm is Vorpal was stacking properly with Surges and Lucky Pants. So the base damage number with no catalyst, nothing, like Malfeasance just naked against Karl was doing 5,260 damage base. I added the catalyst to Malfeasance, it started doing 6,300. So that's a 1.2 multiplier, which is really good. From here and continuing on, there will be two numbers. Test number, which is the actual number I have seen on the screen doing the test, and a theory number, which is a number I got doing some math. So this is the test number. I added 3 Surge mods with the catalyst and Malfeasance was doing 7,700 damage to Karl, the homie, and theoretically that's the base number, this one right here, times 1.2, which is the Vorpal multiplier, times 1.22, which is the 22% extra damage you get from Surge mods, times 3 on your boots, the 7,700.62. The game will automatically do some rounding. Malfeasance with the catalyst with Lucky Pants times 10 buff did 44,000 damage per one crit to Karl, the homie, which is a massive buff right here. As you all know, Lucky Pants times 10 is a 600 damage increase, or some people say it's a 7 times multiplier, and it's crazy. It stacks with Vorpal, as you guys will see right here. I added 3 Surge mods to the equation. It did 53,909. Concluding, Surges stacks with Lucky Pant stacks with Vorpal. So first test is meant to see that if Vorpal is stacking properly with Surges and also Lucky Pants. So for the second test right here, I took Malfeasance to the absolute limit in how much damage I can dish out with one single magazine, adding all buffs together that can stack with Malfeasance. So as you all know, Malfeasance does more damage to blighted targets, aka Taken, aka Blighted. So right here, Lucky Pants, again with no catalyst, no buffs whatsoever. My Hunter jiggle peeking the Ogre boss in the encounter did 286,000 damage. Adding the catalyst, it did 364 damage. That's almost exactly a 1.2 multiplier. So Vorpal was buffing Lucky Pants right here. This is normal Lucky Pant numbers, no surges. Here the numbers are not exactly the same, mainly because I missed some crits due to the Ogre boss flinch, since I am alone with no Well of Radiance. So Vorpal weapon from the catalyst of Malfeasance actually stacks with Lucky Pants, which is already confirmed here above. So after that, we added everything together. I brought someone from the LFG group. He was very kind to help me out with this test. So we had Lucky Pants with the Catalyst, the Ogre boss was stuck with Witherhoard. I was standing in a Wall of Radiance, having 3 Surge mods active after picking Arts of Power, and I even tethered the boss for a 30% debuff. So theoretically, this is a theory number, by the way, so it's the base number we have seen earlier with Lucky Pants Naked, times 1.2 from Vorpal, times 1.22 from Surges, times 1.25 from Wall of Radiance, times 1.25 from Witherhoard, times 1.3 from the 30% debuff with Tether on the Ogre boss, doing theoretically 851,000. So this is the theoretical number. 0.89, it doesn't really matter. So this is the theoretical number, and this is the actual number we have seen on the screen after wiping. The reason why this number is a little bit higher than this, I believe that Tether did some damage to the Ogre boss. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe there is some weird interaction with like when you shoot like 5 slugs and they explode. I don't know. But it does conclude that all these things stack, and Vorpal push them one step further. And this is the damage you can dish out with one single mag. And let me tell you, you can fire a single mag in like 10 seconds best. Like, this is like crazy primary DPS. This is the main reason why I am making this video, to show you guys that Malfeasance is actually a good solid option. So for example, in a day 1 raid, like the bosses in the raid encounters are very tanky, and you guys will be like under light by default. So if you all use your heavy weapons or your heavy ammo, and there is like no more heavy, no more yellow bars to finish with Aeons, and the boss is like have a tiny bit of health that you cannot finish, you don't have the heavy ammo for it, you can quickly switch to Lucky Pants, Malfeasance, reload, make sure that the autoflock runs out, and then switch back to Malfeasance, ask a Will Warlock to Witherhoard the boss, and you can easily dish out near 1,000,000 damage with one single magazine, and get the encounter done and help out your team with some crazy primary DPS. So let me tell you, 851,000 damage is way more than a super damage. It's like beyond imagination for a primary weapon, and you can easily achieve it just by some knowledge about the damage stacking in Destiny 2 the game. So yeah, hopefully this video will be informative for you guys. If you guys find this video informative, please give it a like, subscribe, because in my next video I will maybe be reviewing an SMG, maybe a video about the new dungeon, and maybe a DPS test video of Dawn Chorus, which is not present right here in my helmet slot because I am on my Hunter, and Dawn Chorus is a Warlock exotic. So I have the damage numbers of Dawn Chorus from the previous season, and I will be doing the DPS test again of Dawn Chorus with the Dawnblade Super, because Bungie changed the interaction of Dawn Chorus with the Super. I am going to see if it's now better, and maybe it's better than last season, maybe it's worse. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'll be doing the damage testing to see and compare. So see you in my next damage testing review, God's Guide PvP, Clash Strike highlight video. So see you in my next video, and peace.